So a nice enhancement to the Connect edition of the product is the ability to pull information from an Excel table directly into MicroStation graphics. What we've gone ahead and done is we have created various spreadsheets for construction boxes. You can see one here on my screen to house the data, and then we can paste it directly into MicroStation or ORD. One note of warning: go ahead and do as much of the formatting for your table in Excel as possible, because when you go and refresh the data later on, it wipes any formatting that you've done in OpenRoads and reverts back to what's set in Excel. So just try to set it up as much as you can here so that you don't have that continually getting wiped. Another note of warning when setting these up is beware of using mixed font heights in these tables. This will likely cause your table to come in with headers and nothing else, or nothing at all. So just keep that in mind when you have these tables that you're going to place. So what I'm going to do, I'm in a drawing model, and I'm going to place a table for a ditch construction note. Okay, so what you should do is actually set your element template first. So you want to select these element templates. Really drive a lot of the symbology, or they can. They're set up to do that. So I'm going to do my ditch in plan view, and it's going to set my level, color, line style, line weight, all that stuff for me. It's set up in that element template. In case you haven't heard by now, KYTC is in the process of updating level naming to be more intuitive to users beyond design. So think about construction or right-of-way, or even into GIS and maintenance. So level names here are going to change. But if you're selecting things by element template, it's not going to affect your workflow, because the element templates are going to point to the levels for you. You don't have to remember to set it to a particular level. So to get to the place table tool, it's under drawing, annotate, and there's place table right here. And I like to do the from file, and like I said, we've got those Excel tables set up. What I'll have to do is you can turn on title row or header row. I've also going to browse to the file, and here's my ditch construction note. And you can see here that I can either bring in a specific range, or I can bring in the entire table by using automatic. So I'm going to select this worksheet tab here and select automatic. Automatic's going to give me flexibility in adding information to this table later on. If I selected manual and said I wanted A1 through F9, if I needed to add a row, I don't get that 10th row. So I would have to place the table all over again. So I'm going to do automatic. I've got my just that table information in my in that worksheet tab. Hit OK. And here you can see my ditch construction table. So one thing you want to be aware of is that when this gets placed, you can see the table right there. When it gets placed, you need to come in here and turn off this fill. If you do not do that, your table is going to print out on your plan sheet as a big black box, and that won't benefit you or anybody else. So it's a minor inconvenience. It's supposed to be addressed in future versions of the software, but for now, keep up with that and make sure you turn that off. Tables are super convenient for summaries. The only downside is the amount of time it takes to actually place a table with that much data. What we've been doing is maintaining the summary tables in Excel and placing them into a DGN after most of the anticipated changes have been made. So here we can see we've got a running general summary table. And what we do is we put all our information in here and we carry it over to additional tabs as needed so that we can place those tables in smaller chunks to improve the speed with which they get placed. So if I wanted to place that table again, I'm going to set my element template and then go and place my table. So with this one, I may have a title row, may have a header row, and I want to select my spreadsheet. So now that I've got this pulled up, I can place this general summary tab in here, and it's going to give me a message that, hey, you've got a lot of data in here. Do you want to preserve the formatting? It'll take a while. Otherwise, we can strip the formatting and it'll be a lot quicker. Well, I want to keep the formatting that I've got set up in Excel. And here you see my table. I can place that. Come in here, turn off my fill, and you see the table just disappears, because that's the downside of having a black text on a black background. So what you can do, you can just put something behind it on a default level, something that's not going to plot, and so that you can see your data.